Oblique Seville and Natoya Goule Toppin both win as Jamaicans dominate in Bellizona, Switzerland. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. Drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, you ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, Jamaicans were on the prowl and in a winning mood at the Bellizona track meet, which was held in Switzerland yesterday, September the 4th. Two of the Jamaicans who also won was, of course, well, let's start off with one of the two Jamaicans. Natoya Goule Toppin laid down a solid win here in the women's 800 meters and won in a time of 1:57.54, one of her better times for the 2023 season. Well, actually, Natoya Goule Toppin's time was rounded down to 1:57.53. That's the time she won in ahead of Addison Wiley of the United States, who ran 1:57.64 to take second, and Audrey Rero of Switzerland ran 1:58.13 to take that coveted third position. This was a really well strategized race by Natoya Goule Toppin.
Tyle Mieszki i kto wyjdzie jako pierwszy na prostą? Czy nie jest to przypadkiem Gouli Toppin? To jest właśnie reprezentantka Jamajki. Przypominam, że była piąta przed rokiem w Eugene, ale teraz na finiszu obroniła się 1:57.54.
Najlepszy wynik sezonu.
I to jest bardzo dobre bieganie w Bellizonie.
So this was a good look for her coming towards the close of her season, unfortunately, although she entered the World Championships with the number 4 ranked in the world as an 800-meter runner. Unfortunately, she was run out in the semifinals and did not go through to the finals, but there's always Paris 2024, people, and she looked really good in this race, and that was a decent time. So kudos and congrats to Jamaica's Natoya Goule Toppin. We continued our dominance at Bellizona in Switzerland in the men's 100 meters when Jamaica's Oblique Seville won in a time of 10.01 in the men's 100 meters and looked quite comfortable doing so. Seville, who stood on the line against the likes of Ferdinand Omiala of Kenya, Akani Simbini of South Africa, Brandon Carnes of the United States, Andre DeGrasse of Canada, Raheem Ford also of Yard of Jamaica. This was a really solid lineup, and he won in flying colors. As I stated earlier, Seville won in a time of 10.01 ahead of Ferdinand Omiala of Kenya, who ran 10.04 to take second. Akani Simbini ran 10.13 to take that third spot, and Raheem Ford came seventh, running 10.28.
Rodney DeGrasse, Simbine, Omaniala, Seville, Ford to od wewnętrznej, no i chyba na torze piątym Oblique Seville. On wygrywa czasem 10:02, niemal bezwietrzne warunki. Widać, że ta forma się udaje.
Słuchaj, 10:02 to wcale nie jest...
Századot lefaragtak még a hivatalos időből.
Ford nagyon messze tőle, ettől tényleg kitart az ő formája. Omanyala a második, és szerintem a hármason Simbine jött be a harmadik helyen.
Now, of course, this 10.01, and you know, a win is a win is a win for us against some of the best in the world. Some of these men were also in the finals, competing against him at World Championships in Budapest, which happened up maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. But in Budapest, his most impressive run was a 9.86, which he laid down, I believe, in the heats. This, I do believe, given the humidity and how hot it was, may have been the reason why he did not end up with a gold medal. But still, kudos to him. Well, I shouldn't say a gold medal. He could have ended up with a silver and or at the very least a decisive bronze. In the end, of course, you probably know this by this point, 3 gentlemen ran 9.88. All three got the same time, but in the end, it was the young man, Letil Tibogo of Botswana, who was given that bronze medal. People, it's just life. It's just life. You know, we learn from our mistakes. And as I said, I'm just happy that we're still in the conversation. Here, of course, is the finals of the men's 100 meters in Budapest. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Look, people, you know I just love when we win, okay? I love athletics. I love the athletes, regardless of where they're from, which country they're representing. But I do must concede that I have a slight prejudice occasionally. I like when Jamaicans do very well. And in Bellizona in Switzerland yesterday, we were completely dominant. I mean, we have done several videos to let you know how dominant we were. And it was a good look. 10.01, not his fastest, but it's a decent time. And it's late in the season, as you realize. Simbini, Omiala, DeGrasse, all of them are running around the same time. It's very late in the season, people. These gentlemen, these kings have been running for quite some time. So very good look for Oblique Seville. Let's see what happens in these next few races. And also, I thought a really well strategized, well run race by Natoya Goule, the national champion. Awesome talent. And like I said, really felt badly about what happened to her this year. But you know, it happens. You're not going to win all the time. And there's always next year, you know. So congrats, Jamaicans. Looked good. Jamaicans looked good. The country looked good, and our athletes shone yesterday in the Bellizona in Switzerland. We absolutely dominated. We really looked good. Go back and check out some of the previous videos on our activities over there in Bellizona, Switzerland yesterday. So good look for us. Good look for the island. Good look for Jamaica. And let's see what happens with this young man next year. Twice now, 2 years back to back, he was off the podium. But I think 24 Paris 24 next year at the Olympic Games will be when he hits the podium, and I think he can win next year. I honestly think so, given his progression. Do remember that this year he was injured. Right up until the national championships, it was very obvious he was not running the kind of times he ran last year, fairly consistently, once he hit that sub 10. And he surprised everyone, including himself, I think, when he ran that 9.86 in the heats. And I do think it was a miscalculation on his part, because I do think it cost him a medal. It was swelteringly hot, and the degree of difference in that finals was pretty tight. Go back and look. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget, hit subscribe button, hit notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!